Sorry if you noticed that the window is a little bit darker now than in the rest of the video because I'm filming this after I film the video because yeah, I think that's how you do it. I don't know. Yes, so I'm just gonna be answering some questions about my experience with my breast augmentation. So if you would like to know or get some information for yourself, then stay tuned. So before I get too deep into it, I know that the camera's probably not straight or anything, and if I look behind, it's because I'm looking at if I'm in focus or not. I'm gonna start off with the price, the size that I went with, and the doctor that I'm in, and the area that I live in. The doctor that I went to is actually located in Amarillo, Texas. His name is Dr. Cordestani, and he works at the Amarillo Oral Surgery place, I believe. The price was $62.70, and that included silicone, and it included the incision is underneath here, and both of them. That is high profile, and I got 375 cc's. So let's say like you have like a D, or you have a B and you want to be a D, then my 375 cc's might not be enough for you, or it might be too much for you. So whenever you're going into the doctors, just be mindful that it's cc's and it's not like the size like A, B, C, D, because my body frame is different than your body frame. Obviously I wanted fullness, like I didn't want to go through this procedure and you not be able to notice it. And prior to the procedure, I was an A, pretty much like a little B, big A, and now I can fit into a 34D or a 36C, and my preferation is 36C just because the cup size is a little bit smaller. It makes them lift up a little bit more, and then around here it's not as tight. My doctor is amazing. I love my doctor. He's the one and only consultation that I went to, and you guys be very careful whenever you do things like that, because honestly you need to experience like a lot of different things. Like you need to ask a lot of different questions. For me, it was just I had set up a consultation with 2 other doctors, and I ended up canceling those because one of them was in Oklahoma, and it would have been a drive for me, and I would have had to stay in the hotel, and it would have been just more money, and yeah. So I had 2 doctors to choose. One was my doctor that I went with, Cordestani, and another doctor here located in the Texas area, and it was a woman, and her name is Marianne Piskin. And the only reason that I ended up going with Dr. Cordestani is because I had my initial meeting with him, and whenever I met him, it was like I couldn't have thought of any other doctor that I would have ever wanted to see. But prior to going to his appointment, I called so many different doctors, and if you just call and you ask them questions, they're not going to be like, oh, you have to make an appointment. Some doctors will, but a lot of the doctors that I called, not even only in the Texas area, but I called and they would give me information on their prices, you know, and where it started out for silicone. And because I've always known I wanted silicone, because nowadays I know that there was like back then saline was a little bit safer than gel because if it bursts, but I got the gummy bear gel, and so if you cut inside of it, nothing will spew out or anything. So if the bag breaks, which they ran over it with a car, I think that unless it gets stabbed, we're good. But if it breaks, the liquid inside of it will stay here, and it won't be like the saline as if it were to rupture, and it would all just, and my boob would be pretty much flat. Another question that I got asked was, sorry if you hear the dogs barking, how long the recovery is, and I was in bed about 3 days. It was not too bad. The pain medicine that they gave me was pretty good. Give you like antibiotics, painkillers, muscle relaxers, and then they also have you take a bruising medication so that you don't start bruising everywhere. And those medications helped me very well, but I did start getting nauseous like on the 3rd day. I would say 3rd, 4th, and 5th day, where like I was nauseous and nothing else was hurting. Like I haven't had any complications with like, you know, soreness, yes, but like pain and stuff like that, no, I haven't had none of that. Nausea, it kicked my butt. They gave me a medication for nausea, and what's really cool about the medication that they gave me is like it's a rub-on nausea medication. So if you like already took your medication for the day, you know, and you feel like you're gonna throw up, you take the nausea medication and you throw up. So what's the point of taking all that medication and wasting it? So my doctor gave me this rub that you just literally put it on your hands and it makes you feel so much better. It's crazy. I don't know how it works, but it worked. And how long did it last to heal? Like, if fully heal, it's gonna take like 6 months. But for them to drop, it takes like 3 months, and right now I'm on my 3rd week. So the thing with the painkillers, you have to pay for them yourself. So let's say they quote you for $62.70, like I was, $6,270. There's going to be the appointment that you make prior. So that's like, say your consultation, that's like 175, whatever the amount was. Mine was 100. So add 100 to that 62.70, 63.70. So add on your medications. I have very good insurance, so my insurance did pay for my pain medication and all of the medication that I got, most of it. So altogether my medications were about $10. Usual people that don't use insurance and everything like that, be aware, because they will add on the medications, and sometimes people won't be able to pay them because people saved up just this amount of money and that's all they think that they will need. But if you're trying to save up more. They provide one medical bra, and then they also gave me a Victoria's Secret gift card. Be mindful of the money that you'll have to save on top of the procedure, the actual procedure. Another thing that I got asked a lot was where I was cut, and I already mentioned that to you guys. I was cut under here, and so the scar, yeah, so you can see a bit of it like right here, and honestly, I know that it looks like it's, you know, weird, but like it doesn't have no pain or anything. The way that my boobs are already dropping, they're already kind of starting to drop. This one more than this one, and you can kind of tell, but you can see it because oh my gosh, like my nipple's getting hard. You can't see the scar because of the way that my breasts will be laying, and then they'll be, so like, look, they still have a ways to go to drop, but right now, like, once they fully drop, you won't be able to see the scar. And the scar is already pretty not noticeable, which is amazing to me. Like, I didn't want no scars, but I know girls that have you know, gotten a procedure like a breast augmentation, and you can see the scars maybe like around the nipple. If they get it like the anchor, you know, you can go down this way, go like that, and that's usually only if you really need like a lift or anything. But they also can go in the armpit if you're concerned about any of the scars or anything like that. But I know that if you go through the armpit, it is a bit of more of a healing process. So yes, keep that in mind. And I think that you might have to have like drain tubes, which is just absolutely horrific to me. I will pass out with a needle. So yeah, that was not an option for me. I was like, the scars down here, we good. Asking me if you can finance. So what I did is I paid half at the pre-op, or like my 3rd pre-op, because you have 3 of those that you can go to just to make sure that you want to go to that doctor. And so at the 3rd pre-op, I had my first payment, which was half. So I paid $3,000, and I can't remember if I paid $32.70 if I only paid $3,000, but I think I paid $32.70. But and then the day or the week before, go and get the medication that you'll need. The night before, you go and get all of your medications and everything like that. So that appointment, you know, my pre-op, that is where I paid the rest of the $3,000. Can't do a down payment, and they have like stuff. Most doctors, my doctor, everything that I'm saying is my experience, but I know that most doctors do have, you know, like care credit, stuff that you can go through, banks in their local area that you can go through, and they might even have an in-home financing stuff. But for me, there's been so many stories of people paying like $10,000 whenever they were only quoted $7,000 for their breasts or their any type of surgery, and that was not something that I wanted to do. I've been looking this up for 3 years. I've been wanting it since I was like 14, so Yeah, I've been doing my research, and from all the girls that I've watched, they've tried to pay it all at once or do it in half payments, but just try your hardest not to go like with, you know, monthly payments for a long time, because you'll end up paying so much more for your procedure than you actually will, like, you know, if you just paid it all right there. We used half the money from our income tax that we made, and then we didn't use all of it because we didn't want to be completely irresponsible and not have any money. So we used a little bit of that, and the other of it we just saved up. So honestly, it does not take that long to save up. I thought I was not going to get my boobs until I was like 30, 31, you know. So but it is possible. It's possible with everything else that you save up for, like a car, an apartment, whatever you want. You know, you just gotta save up for it. I know I was very serious about this. Like, this is something that it has not made me a happy person. It has not changed my life, but I can say that it's changed the way that I look at myself. It's changed the way that my husband looks at me, not just because I have, you know, but it's because of my confidence and my levels of security. And everything that I was dealing with prior to having the surgery, it's not all good and dandy now. I just want y'all guys to know that. But it has boosted my confidence, and this is something that I was like made fun of for whenever I was younger. You know, a lot of the girls that were you know, developing and getting their period and things. I was a late bloomer. I didn't get my period until I was 13. And on top of that, I was 11 years old whenever I started wrestling. So and prior to that, I was already kind of buff. And whenever I got into wrestling at 11 years old, of course, it's not going to do anything but make me have more muscle. What a lot of kids in school used to say, like, oh, your boobs went to your arms because, you know, like, you're so muscular, like, you know. And that tore me apart, you guys. It tore me apart. It made me feel like a little boy. It made me feel like I was ugly. It made me feel like I was not like all the other little girls. And honestly, I really was not. Like, you know, I had such big insecurity issues already, and then whenever I got told that I had no boobs and I was a muscular person, it just, and I'm not saying that those comments that people had about me whenever I was younger, they're damn sure not the reason that I got this procedure. Like, damn sure no. And I just always knew that this was probably going to be something that I got, like, because I was a small chested person, and I just knew that I was probably always going to get this procedure done. But the people back in school and the social media nowadays, nobody else influenced me to do this except for myself. I'm the one who laid in the bed and let the doctors go inside of me and put something foreign inside of my body. It was my choice. It was what I wanted. I did not do this for nobody else. My husband, he was beside me 110%. I don't have to explain myself to anybody. I'm doing this because I want to. If y'all are mad, then stay mad about it. I have insurance on my chest. I do have insurance on my chest. Another thing, you don't have to get your implants changed after 10 years. It is just how long the warranty lasts. So the warranty will last 10 years for my situation. You know, I'm gonna have checkups here until then, and if I feel like something's wrong, then I can go in, and if something is wrong within 10 years, then they'll replace it, no charge on me. I know that I've been looking back there the whole time. I don't care. I don't care. It's a week in a surgical bra, and then it is 3 months in a sports bra. And, you know, just call your doctor. Ask your doctor if maybe one night you want to go and wear something different. Just ask him, maybe bring the bra that you're deciding to wear or the outfit that you're deciding to wear, and show him and let him know. And he will give you the yes or no answer for that. What is another thing? I don't know what else. I have to stay sitting up in bed, like literally like this, because if you lay down, it's hard. First of all, it's hard for you to get up because your chest just got worked on, and I got mine underneath the muscle. I don't think I mentioned that, but yes, nobody asked me that either. I got mine underneath the muscle, so I can still breastfeed if I want to have kids in the future. And it's just a little bit more safe if you're gonna go bigger. I went a little bit bigger for my chest, so because I started out with a little boy. It's a little bit more secure in there. The second reason that you have to stay sleeping like that is due to, like, if you're laying down on your back, you know, I mean, your boobs will like go all the way up here, like natural boobs will fall wherever. And with the surgery just being done, you want them to stay in place where the surgeon set them. So you don't want, you know, to be like blah blah blah, like all over the place, because then your breasts will kind of heal weird and they won't be like in the spot that they're supposed to be. Staying sitting up sucks so bad. That's the first question that I asked him whenever I went back to the doctor, maybe my second appointment, because my first one I was on pain meds. I didn't feel anything. I was like whatever. My second post-op, I went in there and I was like, please tell me I can like sleep on my side like just a little bit, or like, you know, just my back is killing me right now. And he told me you still have to sit at least a 45-degree angle. So first, after surgery, you pretty much like this, and then you can get like that, and then so like right there. And now I'm like that. I still have 2 pillows underneath me. At first I was starting with all the way up, and now I have like 2 to 3 pillows underneath me. One goes like right here, and then I have one in between my arm and my head, and then I have the third one in the back just kind of propping me up. So what I recommend doing is getting that mommy pillow that everybody, or the pregnancy pillow that everybody gets. It's one where you sit up and it has armrest and everything, and it would just, I recommend that because you would be a lot more comfortable during your recovery. What else? And as of right now, I have no plans on getting anything else done. This was the only thing that I had ever thought about getting surgery for. A BBL would be nice, but yeah, honey, where's the fat at? Where's the fat? If I am, though, I will inform you guys probably after the procedure because I don't want to get into the hole where I let people choose what I want, so, and influence what I decide. So yes, I think that is everything. I'm sorry if I didn't answer any questions, but I'm pretty sure that I got to it all. I'll leave all my social media at the bottom, and I will leave my doctor's information at the bottom if you guys want to go ahead and set up a consultation with him. You will not be disappointed. He might not be all that you want, but he is everything that I wanted, and he did an amazing job. Like, ask my husband, he knows. If you guys want to know anything else about me, not just my breast augmentation surgery, then feel free to hit me up. If you think that I did a good job of informing you guys about breast augmentations and just my personal experience, then go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. And if you aren't already, subscribe to my channel. I know I've been slacking for like the past years. I've recently invested in some new equipment. I have obviously my confidence has changed a little bit, so I feel a little bit better being in front of the camera. And I'm sorry that I kept looking behind myself. It's just I was trying to make sure that everything looked all right. Lighting might not be popping. Y'all know, y'all can see me. And right now, like, I'm pretty sure I've jiggled my titties in the frame in this video multiple times, but you can see like like the pain afterwards. I know I got a couple questions about that. After you stop taking the pain medication and you're really starting to feel everything, you will feel some soreness right here. And it's nothing too crazy. It's just, you know, you're getting used to using yourself again and using your muscles that have been damaged pretty much again. So it's gonna be a little bit sore, but like I said, nothing that I could not handle. And like, I know that a lot of people are concerned about the scars and like all of the nerve endings. And for me personally, I get like a little stab sensation here and there. It's nothing serious. I'm just like, oh, ow, you know, like a little bit, but it's nothing bad. I know that it's my nerves healing and everything like that. And honestly, you want to feel those little shock sensations because you're starting to get feeling back. And that brings me to another question that I probably should have answered earlier. I would have forgot about it, but a lot of people were asking if I have sensation in my breasts again. And for me, like, in the beginning, no feeling. A bitch could have right into my titty and I would have not known. Like, my nipples at the beginning, they were super hypersensitive. I could feel them even if I wasn't even feeling them. Like, I could feel them. Like, they kind of hurt because they were so sensitive. But the rest of my breasts were kind of numb, especially down here by the scars, which is a good thing, you guys. You want to be numb for a week after, you do, because it does. I mean, I could only imagine the pain that I would have been feeling if it wasn't numb. And right now at week 3, I am not completely feeling it back, but on this one, this I can, you know, whatever. This one right here, on this side right here, it's like no feeling. But as far as my nipples, both of them have regular feeling. Yeah, I did ramble a lot during this because I haven't filmed a YouTube video in a while, so cut me some slack. If I did forget anything, comment, send me a message. Like I said, all my social media will be underneath. And yeah, other than that, I think I got everything. This is my new baby. Her name is Duchess. Let me know what you guys want to see, and I guess I will see you next time. Bye.